This is the first part of previous questions and detailed solution of Isro Space Application Center Technician B Electronics Bar IT. The exam conducted on 6/11/2016. Postcode is 35. Question number 1. The energy meter used in domestic power consumption indicates. The answer is option C, VI cos phi. The detailed solution is, what is active power? Active power is denoted as P. The actual amount of power being dissipated or performs the useful work in the circuit is called as active or true or real power. It is measured in watts, practically measured in kilowatt and megawatt in power systems. And P is VI cos phi. And what is reactive power? That is Q. The component which is proportional to VI sin phi is called as reactive power. Even though it is a power but not measured in watts, as it is a non-active power and hence it is measured in volt amperes reactive. The value of this reactive power can be negative or positive, depends on the load power factor. This is because inductive load consumes the reactive power while capacitive load generates the reactive power. Q equal to VI sin phi. Reactive power is useful for generating necessary magnetic fields for operation of inductive devices like transformers, AC motors, etc. It also helps to regulate the voltage in heavy power supply mechanisms. What is apparent power? That is S. The complex combination of true or active power and reactive power is called apparent power. Without reference to any phase angle, the product of voltage and current gives the apparent power. The apparent power is useful for rating the power requirement. It can also be expressed as the square of the current multiplied by the circuit's impedance, measured in volt amperes. Practical unit include kilovolt ampere and megavolt amperes. Apparent power equal to RMS voltage into RMS current. That is apparent power S equal to V into I. Question number 2. From the point of view of safety, the resistance of earthing electrode should be. Answer is option A, low. Various specifications with respect to the earthing electrode as recommended by Indian standards are: the earth resistance should be low enough to cause the flow of current sufficient to operate the protective relays or blow fuses. Its value is not constant as it varies with the weather because it depends on moisture, but should not be less than 1 ohm. The earth wire and earth electrode will be the same material. The earthing electrode should always be placed in a vertical position inside the earth or pit so that it may be in contact with all the different earth layers. An earthing electrode should not be situated or installed close to the building whose installation system is being earthed at least more than 1.5 meter away. Question number 3. Which of the following can be used to store electrical charge? Option B is the correct answer, which is capacitor. A capacitor or condenser is a passive two-terminal electrical component used to store energy electrostatically in an electric field. The forms of practical capacitors vary widely, but all contain at least 2 electrical conductors, that is plates, separated by a dielectric, that is insulator. A capacitor disconnect current in DC and short circuit in AC circuit. The SI unit of capacitance is farad, which is equal to 1 coulomb per volt. Note: diode. It is a two-terminal electronic component that only conduct in one direction. An ideal diode will have zero resistance in one direction and infinite resistance in the reverse direction. The types of diode include Zener diode, PN junction diode, tunnel diode, varactor diode, Schottky diode, photodiode, pin diode, light emitting diode. Resistor. It is a passive electrical component to create resistance in the flow of electric current. The resistance is measured in ohms. Transistor. It is a semiconductor device that can be used to both conduct and insulate electric current or voltage. It can work either as an amplifier or a switch. Transistors are basically classified into two types. They are bipolar junction transistor BJT and a field effect transistor FET. A transistor consists of two PN diodes connected back to back. It has three terminals, namely emitter, base and collector. Question number 4. Capacitor and coil in parallel is called. Answer is option A, tuned circuit. A capacitor and a coil or LC circuit in parallel resonance circuit is called a tuned or tank circuit. The figure shows the tank circuit. They are used in tuner circuits to generate signals of a particular frequency or picking up signals of a particular frequency. Adjusting the capacitance to resonate the circuit at the specified frequency is called tuning the circuit, and the capacitor is called tuning capacitor. Note: what is timing circuit? Timing circuits are used for bit and sometimes byte synchronization, whereas control circuits are used for the exchange of status information, command and response. The timer circuits are used to produce time delay intervals for triggering a load. This time delay is set by the user. What is a delay circuit? A timing delay circuit enables electricity to flow smoothly but in a delayed sequence. The purpose of time delay relay is to start or stop currents from moving in coils and armatures, the moving part of electrical mechanism. They are designed to allow electrical circuits to realize at certain times. Latch circuit. A latch is an electronic logic circuit that has two inputs and one output. One of the input is called the set input and the other is called the reset input. Latch circuits can be either active high or active low. The difference is determined by whether the operation of the latch circuit is triggered by high or low signals on the inputs. What is active high circuit? Both inputs are normally tied to ground, and latch is triggered by a momentarily high signal on either of the input. The latch circuit is that the output of the NOR gates are cross-connected to the remaining NOR gate inputs. In other words, the output of the first NOR gate is connected to one of the input of the second NOR gate, and the output of the second NOR gate is connected to one of the input of the first NOR gate. This is the circuit of active high circuit, latch. What is active low circuit? Both inputs are normally high and the latch is triggered by a momentary low signal on either input. This is the active low circuit, which is constructed using NAND gate. Question number 5. If a 10 kilo ohm resistor is placed across a 10 volt supply, the circuit will be. Answer is option B, 1 milliampere. By Ohm's law, I equal to V by R. Substitute the values of V and R from the question. That V is 10 volt and R is 10 kilo ohm. That is 10 into 10 raised to 3. After solving, we get I equal to 1 milliampere. Question number 6. During transfer of electric power from primary to secondary in transformer, which of the following factor causes losses? Answer is option D, all of above, that is resistance of wire, core material and eddy current. That is, what is eddy current? Eddy currents are loops of electric current induced within conductors by a changing magnetic field in the conductor according to Faraday's law of induction. Eddy currents flow in closed loops within conductors in planes perpendicular to the magnetic field. Transformer eddy current losses on the other hand are caused by the flow of circulating currents induced into the steel caused by the flow of the magnetic flux around the core. These circulating currents are generated because of the magnetic flux. The core is acting as a single loop of wire. Since the iron core is a good conductor, the eddy currents induced by a solid iron core will be large. Eddy current losses within a transformer core cannot be eliminated completely, but can be greatly reduced by and controlled by reducing the thickness of the steel core. Consider question number 7. Closeness with which an instrument reading approaches the true value of the quality being measured. Answer is option A, accuracy. What is accuracy? It is a closeness to the true value. Closeness with which an instrument reading approaches the true or accepted value of the variable or quantity being measured. It is considered to be an indicator of the total error in the measurement without looking into the source of errors. What is resolution? It is the ability of the measurement system to detect and faithfully indicate small changes in the characteristics of the measurement result. The degree of fineness to which an instrument can be read is known as the resolution. Repeatability. It is a measure of the ability of the method to generate similar results for multiple preparations of the same sample. This determination is carried out by a single analyst and varies only the number of sample preparations. What is conformity? It is the ability of an instrument to produce the same reading, or it is the degree of similarity between the individual measurements. So it is also called repeatability or reproducibility and the number of significant figures. Question number 8. Ammeter shall be used in a circuit. Answer is option B, series. An ammeter, abbreviation of ampere meter, is an instrument used to measure the current in a circuit. Electric currents are measured in amperes, hence the name. For direct measurement, the ammeter is used or connected in series with the circuit in which the current is to be measured. Ammeter measures the effective value of current, that is, it shows a value of current that would produce the same heating as that produced by the current measured. Therefore, it can be used both in DC as well as AC circuits. Question number 9. Not taking care of zero adjustment of an instrument before measurement can be classified as. Answer is option B, gross error. What is systematic error? It is an error which in the course of a number of measurements carried out under the same conditions of a given value and quantity either remains constant in absolute value and sign or varies according to definite law within changing conditions. There are 4 types of systematic errors, that is observational, instrumental, environmental and theoretical. What is gross error? This class of error mainly cover a human mistake in reading instruments and calculating measurement results. Random error. These errors are due to small factors which changes very often from instrument to the other instrument. These errors are also due to unknown cases which are also called residual errors. And what is dynamic error? It is the difference between the true value of the quantity changing with the time and the value indicated by the instrument if no static error is assumed. Question number 10. Power factor of circuit can be improved by the use of. Answer is option B, capacitor. The capacitor has a leading power factor. Hence, power factor can be improved by the use of capacitor. Power factor can be increased by the use of inductor or choke coil as it has lagging power factor. Power factor can be decreased by the use of inductor or choke coil as it has lagging power factor. Question number 11. Primary and secondary winding of a transformer has 200 turns. If 230 volt AC is applied to its primary winding, what is the voltage across its secondary? Answer is option C, 230 volt AC. Here given NS equal to 200 and NP equal to 200 turns and EP, that's primary voltage, is 230 volt AC, not DC, it is AC. We know transformation ratio ES by EP equal to NS by NP equal to IP by IS. Therefore, we can calculate ES by rearranging this. ES equal to EP into NS by NP, that is 230 into 200 by 200, that is 230 volt AC. Because in transformer there is AC is using. Question number 12. Variable auto transformer is also known as. Answer is option D, variac. Variable auto transformers provide variable AC supply from a constant AC source, popularly known as variac. It is commonly used in schools and colleges. used for matching impedance in an audio system where they attach speakers to a regulated supply of voltage. Diac. It is a diode that conducts electrical current only after its breakover voltage VBO has been reached. This is the symbol of a diac. Diac stands for diode for alternating current. A diac is a device which has two electrodes and it is a member of the thyristor family. Diacs have no gate electrodes. The advantage of a diac is that it can be turned on or off simply by reducing the voltage level below its avalanche breakdown voltage. Diacs are also known as a transistor without a base. Applications of diac. The main application of a diac is its use in a triac triggering circuit. It can be used in the lamp dimmer circuit. It is used in a heat control circuit and can be used as a speed control of universal motor. What is triac? A triac is defined as a three-terminal AC switch which can conduct in both the direction. That is, whether the applied gate signal is positive or negative, it will conduct. Thus, this device can be used for AC systems as a switch. And triac is a three-terminal, four-layer, bidirectional semiconductor device that controls AC power. The triac of maximum rating of 16 kW is available in the market. This is a symbol of triac. Applications of triac. They are used in control circuits, high power lamp switching and in AC power control. What is audio transformers? An audio transformer is an electromagnetic device that is intended to isolate an input circuit from an output circuit and provide filtering to a signal that passes through it. Audio transformers are ideal for balancing amplifiers and loads together that have different input or output impedances in order to achieve maximum power transfer. Applications of audio transformers. Step up, that is increase, or step down, that is decrease a signal voltage, increase or decrease the impedance of a circuit, convert a circuit from unbalanced to balanced and vice versa, block DC current in a circuit while allowing AC current to flow. Question number 13. Ohm's law of magnetic flux is, answer is option A, MMF equal to flux into reluctance. Magnetomotive force MMF is the flux producing ability of an electric current in a magnetic field. MMF is proportional to the current flowing through an magnetizing coil. That is MMF equal to Ni, where N is the number of turns of wires in the coil and I is the current through it. Magnetomotive force is analogous to electromotive force or voltage in electricity. The standard unit of magnetomotive force is the ampere turns. For question number 14. Unit of magnetic flux is, answer is option B, Weber. Magnetic flux, that is, it is a total magnetic lines of force produced by a magnet. Unit of magnetic flux phi is Weber. Electric charge. A coulomb C is the standard unit of electric charge in the International System of Units S, that is SI. It is the amount of electricity that a 1 ampere current carries in 1 second. A quantity of 1 coulomb is equal to the electrical charge of approximately 6.24 into 10 raised to 18 electrons or protons. Flux density B, it is the flux per unit area, that is B equal to magnetic flux per area, that is phi by A. Unit of magnetic flux is Weber per meter square or Tesla. Magnetomotive force, it is the cause producing the flux. MMF is proportional to current through the magnetizing coil. MMF equal to Ni, where N is the number of turns of wire in the coil. That is I equal to current through it. The standard unit of magnetomotive force is ampere turns 80. Question number 15. To composition of solder material used for electronic fabrication. Answer is option D, all of above. That is SN63 bar PB37, SN60 is to PB40, SN62 is to PB is to 36 is to AG2. These three combinations used for three different purposes. Solder is a fusible metal alloy made up of tin and lead. SN63 is to PB37 alloy has a melting point of 183 degrees Celsius, that is 361 degrees Fahrenheit. Typical applications were wave soldering and plating, whereas SN63 bar PB37 is primarily used as a coating for corrosion protection and a base for soldering. SN60 is to PB40 is the most commonly used solder alloy for microelectronics packaging. SN62 is to PB63 is to AG2. Mid-temperature leader solder paste is ideal for use in the PCB SMT, that is surface mount technology. PCB means printed circuit board, and LED circuit boards, various lighting fixtures, computer motherboards, phone motherboards, and a variety of precision circuit boards. Question number 16. Transformer works only with, answer is option A, AC. A transformer is a static electrical system that transfers AC electrical power at a constant frequency from one circuit to the other circuit, but the voltage level may be modified to increase or decrease the voltage as desired. The transformer only operates on AC supply since an alternating current is needed by the transformer that would produce a shifting magnetic field. In a coil, a changing magnetic field often produces a changing voltage. This is the basis of how a transformer works. An AC supply is supplied to the primary coil of transformer. Question number 17. Ideal transformer has option B, no losses and leakage reactance. The transformer which is free from all types of losses is known as an ideal transformer. It is an imaginary transformer that has no copper loss, no ohmic resistance, and no leakage flux. Characteristics of an ideal transformer. The resistance of the primary and secondary windings are zero. The core of the ideal transformer has infinite permeability. The leakage flux in the transformer core is zero. The ideal transformer has 100% efficiency. Question number 18. Moving coil instrument work on the principle of electromagnetic. Option B is the correct answer. A moving coil instrument operates on the motor principle. A moving coil instrument operates on the principle that when a coil that is free move is placed in a magnetic field of a permanent magnet, it experiences a force and rotates. These type of instruments can only measure the direct current DC. These do not work with the alternating current AC. Question number 19. Multimeter cannot be used to measure. Answer is option C, frequency. Multimeter is mainly used to measure the three basic electrical characteristics of voltage, current, and resistance. It can also be used to test the continuity between 2 points in an electrical circuit. Multimeters cannot be used to measure electrical quantities such as frequency, charge, phase, etc. Question number 20. That is last question of this part. That is CRO is used to measure. Answer is option D, all of above. That is voltage, frequency, and phase. CRO is a very versatile instrument in the laboratory for measurement of voltage, current, frequency, and phase angle of any electrical quantity. We cannot directly measure power using CRO. The current is measured directly by measuring voltage drop across an impedance.